All right, let's go. So I got this video right here that you're looking at on the right, dropping in 30 minutes. But I wanted to come on here really quick and talk about this story that just happened to drop today about Logan Paul. About Logan Paul trying to not only snake the credit from this story is so crazy to me when I saw it, just because it's like somehow Logan Paul finds a way. I only have like one or two, three things that people can do that kind of like drill right into like a section or a category of behavior that is like so out of bounds for me that I'm like, wow, like I don't know. It's like one is having to do with is a financial thing, which we've talked about ad nauseum about the Dylan Dennis thing, especially when it comes to fighters. And the other thing has to do with a little like being a good older brother, because I also have a brother who's 3 years younger than me, who was a professional athlete in a sport that I played and did not go pro in. And like the idea of undermining your brother's success is so insane to me that I can't. It's actually not insane. It's just extraordinarily demonstrative of a person's character, like that's all there is to it. It's like, all right, so let's see how this person treats their little brother, especially in a situation like this where Jake is obviously, and this video of Fabia, it drops in 30 minutes. This is the premiere. It's not it drops at noon Central. So I'm going to cut this live stream off, but like right before noon, this video is going to go live. I cannot stress enough, you are going to want to watch this video. And the reason that it's relevant to this story is because, just because most people won't have seen this before, but I'll give you guys a preview. You're going to get to see a videotape of Josh Fabia extorting $100,000 from Diego Sanchez on video. Okay. Not to mention a litany of emails, text messages, harassment, drugs being planted, insane stuff in this video. Like, this is not like one of those regular Fabia videos that I did before where I was just making fun of him. I mean, I obviously make fun of him in the video, but this is like a legitimate expose with all new information that is mind-blowing. So noon Central, check that out. You will love it. If you're new to the channel, obviously this is not my studio. I'm at a hotel, and just one of those things. That's why, but I have to cover this story because I just like, so I saw this post first of all. So let's just start here, right? So I saw this post from Jake. All right. And let me actually just say, before I even show this, I see people saying like, oh, Mike Tyson's 60 years old, and there's just there's no blah 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 blah, and it's like, guys, okay, Jake Paul and Logan Paul have done an incredible job, both of them, at promoting boxing matches. Okay, Jake Paul is obviously a much better boxer than Logan Paul, even though that is like, I don't, Logan Paul seems to not understand that, even though every person on planet Earth except for him can recognize this. Okay. Literally everyone on Earth knows that Jake Paul is an actual talent in boxing who has super natural power. He, like, he trains very seriously with boxing. It's like he's just as big of a star. If like he's not a smaller star than Logan now. Everyone knows this. Anyway, but these guys are not like elite pro boxers by any stretch of the imagination, especially Logan. Okay, Mike Tyson, like boxing skills, right? Skills do not go away. Like the knowing where your position is, like knowing footwork, knowing how to throw punches, knowing how to move. So like all you have to do to know whether or not Mike Tyson is, is like a legitimate opponent for someone like them to take is just watch his training footage. Because if he looks like he's moving fast still, then he's an absolute nightmare. I've already gone on record with this. I think people are out of their minds that they think that like Jake Paul is going to walk through Mike Tyson. Like just, you know what? It doesn't matter. Everybody can think whatever they want and we'll find out. But nonetheless, right? Nonetheless, studio is legit, but the ears hurt. I'm stoked about the Fabia story. Thank you very much, Greg Schuster. You are going to definitely not be disappointed, dude. Like, I have no concerns telling you that and I, normally like in YouTube videos, you kind of set the stage. And if you've got a really big gotcha, you put it kind of deeper in the video so you can kind of lead up to it. I kick you guys right in the fucking teeth on this one. Like literally, what's this video? Bam. Video of Joshua Fabia extorting Diego. First thing you'll see, because that's how much stuff I have on him that I can just go right to that. Like, oh, here's a video of him extorting Diego, and there's another 9 minutes of that coming later in the video. It's unbelievable. This guy, Joshua Fabia is one of the like worst people on planet Earth. Like he is a terrible person. He is a genuinely terrible person. Now, I'm going to actually discuss him really quick in order to frame this Logan Paul thing. Because one of the things that I've been thinking about a lot this week, when I've been doing this video, right? Like I was working on this video all week and watching this guy, like watching Fabia, I'm like, and by the way, this drops at the top of the hour. But watching him, I just kept asking myself, I'm like, do crazy people know that they're crazy? Like, does he have any inclination that he's like, do crazy people know they're crazy? Do predators realize that they're predators? Or do they actually believe the things that they're saying? You know what I mean? Like, do you actually believe this? Where you literally just said that no one would know who Diego Sanchez is if it wasn't for you and this other girl that's there because you built Diego's brand. You actually just said that. And you said it 100% confidently. And you're like, how could a person be that delusional and crazy? And so again, that's a tiny example of many. But I just wonder, I'm like, does he realize he's a bad person? Like, does he realize that he's a predator? Dude, I have him in this video dumping ice cold water on Diego and then making him stay outside in the snow overnight until the sun comes up. Why? I have him beating Diego with a bullwhip. Why? Diego Sanchez? Have you guys ever talked to that guy? Like Diego's literally one of the nicest people on earth. Like you could say, oh, he's a weird guy, he's whatever. And it's true. He's kind of like Forrest Gump. What kind of person, like think about Forrest Gump, like what kind of person would put cold water on a guy and give him hypothermia just for your entertainment and then make him lay on the ground and bullwhip him? Like that's like, you're a psychopath, dude. So that's what we're dealing with this kid. Does he realize it? Now, so flip side of that, right? Bringing it back to this story is like, dude, do you realize that you are like, I just wonder, it's like, how does Logan Paul interpret these things, dude? Because like, as an example, okay, so actually let me just go here. All right. So I'll show you what Jake said, and then we'll talk about the actual story.
My brother and I's relationship sometimes has to be like aired out, but it seems as if the court of public opinion is the only thing that like steers him in the right direction. It is weird to lie, to blatantly just lie. We signed a deal with Netflix and our goal was to go get another fighter to fight me. we were the ones that brought the Netflix deal to Tyson. So Tyson was never in the market offering people the fights for anyone to turn down. So yes, it is weird to go online and lie. I am always having to defend myself and be undermined and be like little broed, and then I have to just not allow it to happen. But I'm just like taking shots, and then I have to like explain because I get thrown into it. Why is my own brother, trying to make me look like the second option for Tyson? Like, oh yeah, I turned down that deal. No, you didn't. That's a complete lie. Like, and why are you fabricating lies?
It's the big brother syndrome.
And then it's always,
Okay, so let me tell you what it's not. Okay, that ain't big brother syndrome. Okay, I have big brother syndrome, and like as big brother syndrome, my syndrome was, if anybody asked me about my brother's soccer career, I would literally talk their ear off for 25 minutes about my brother's the best soccer player I've ever seen. I've never seen him make a mistake. When he was 14 years old, when I was 14 years old and he was 11, I was on an elite traveling team, and at camp, they would bring him up and he would fucking work everyone. Do you understand the difference between an 11-year-old and a 14-year-old? And he would run circles around anyone. His talent was absolutely unbelievable. He's like that's my big brother syndrome. My favorite moment from sports that I've ever seen, like my favorite sports moment, was when Eli Manning threw that game-winning touchdown in the Super Bowl, and then they went up to they shot up to the box, and Peyton Manning lost his mind when they scored. Went crazy. And I was like, dude, Peyton, that's my guy right there. Because these celebrities, you never really know. You don't know what's behind the closed doors. But that was a candid moment where you got to see exactly what's in Peyton Manning's heart. Like, his brother scored a game-winning touchdown, and he lost his mind. He had just lost in the AFC Championship to the team that Peyton Manning's beating. Think about that, okay? Because this is very relevant to this. Peyton Manning goes crazy. Okay. So Logan can do the whole act where he's at the show, and he's all right, Jake, because like when Jake fights, Logan's there and he's dressed in yellow and he's cheering and whatever. And it's like, all right. Oh yeah. So he looks real supportive. It's like, okay, like look supportive. What does he do for a living? They're like, oh, he's a WWE fighter. He's actually the champion. So he's like a really good performer. It's like, yeah, he's a really good performer. They're like, So taking just a video of him at his brother's fights as the example of whether or not he cares about his brother. It's the exact opposite of the Peyton Manning thing. Because Peyton Manning's in the box. There's no camera there. They have like a camera from like across the stadium on him. He has no idea he's on camera. Okay. Logan knows 100% he's on camera while he's at the show. So you have to look at other things to evaluate whether he's supportive or he's a jealous little bitch, right? Because there is like, dude, Logan, he founded Prime, dude. It's like, bro, you're a billionaire. If you are a billionaire and you are finding reasons to hate on people, especially your brother, and undermine their success, that is, it's like, it's pathetic, dude. Okay, like you can't let your brother shine a little bit. Like, dude, you're the WWE champion. You founded Prime, like, and your brother gets a Mike Tyson fight, and you try to snake that from him. Okay, so let me show you this, right? And again, I just want to go on record for the 100th time. Jake would fucking starch Logan. Okay, Logan has no power. Logan threw a million punches at Dylan Dennis. None of them rocked him. Dylan Dennis looked like he barely even trained for the fight. Jake would have decapitated Dylan in that fight. Bottom line. So, but here, okay. So after watching the Jake Paul one, I was like, okay, let me look into this story, right? So when I first looked at this, right? Like when I first looked at this and I looked at what he actually said, I was like, oh, okay, this isn't as bad as I thought. And then I read the next sentence. I'm like, never mind, it's worse. Never mind, it's actually worse. And I'll tell you exactly what I mean. Okay, so you guys saw Jake Paul said that Logan Paul made up the fact that he turned down the Mike Tyson fight, right? So he's like, dude, he just made that up. Like, we had the Netflix deal. We went out to go get an opponent, and we went and got Tyson. So Tyson wasn't even looking. The idea that Logan turned down a fight is ridiculous. We're the ones who created the fight. Okay. So when you read the article and you read what he said, you're like, oh, okay, this is a misunderstanding, right? Because what Logan said here, I'll make it bigger, is he said, I said no to fighting Tyson, Logan said. I was offered it, but not on Netflix and not for a big bag. I've been asked, okay, so not, there you go. So he said, not on Netflix, not for a big bag, right? So you're like, okay, so like Jake must have misunderstood because he wasn't saying that like he turned down this fight. He's just saying they offered, him and Mike Tyson fight previously, which is totally likely to be true, right? Although I don't understand why it wouldn't be for a big bag, but nonetheless, right? Then, okay, so I'm like, it's not as bad as I thought. It's not as bad as I thought. Then you read the next sentence and you're like, oh, never mind. This is way worse than I thought. He said, then I've been asked, do you think you could beat Mike Tyson? My answer is yes. I just think he's too old. It's crazy. He's senile. What, dude? What? Okay, so again, the story that Jake is responding to it sounds like is kind of a misunderstanding from what Logan said, because Logan said he had turned it down previously, not for the Netflix one, which is totally possible. But dude, your brother is fighting Tyson in July. What is the primary criticism of this fight? Is people are like, oh my God, Mike Tyson's too old, man. He's too old. Dude, this is not rocket science, and there's no way that Logan is too stupid to understand what he's doing right there. It's like, so again, if it's my brother, who I am blindly loyal and supportive of, okay, what am I going to say about that fight? I'm going to be like, everybody's saying that Mike Tyson is too old is out of their goddamn mind. Have you seen his training footage? He looks exactly the same as he did back then. This is by far the biggest step up in competition my brother's had by 100 miles. He's also much bigger than my brother. Everything about this on paper, except for the one factor is age. That's it. Everybody is looking at this like, I mean, I know why. It's because of the Evander Holyfield and Vitor Belfort thing. I'm sorry. Now I'm actually talking out of both sides. But like, if it's me, I tell everybody how dangerous Mike Tyson is and how serious a fight this is for my little brother. Logan jumped on the bandwagon of hating on his brother's fight. He called Mike Tyson too old and called him senile and said, it's crazy. He said, it's crazy. He's senile. You jealous, psychopathic, fucking sociopath, dude. You can't let your brother have the W. Dude, and the other thing too, Jake is the most supportive guy ever of Logan. He's never said a single thing about Logan that I've ever heard negative, except when he's defending himself against psycho shit like this. This is psycho, dude. This is what a psycho would do. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, dude, with celebrities, it's very rare that you actually get like some kind of insight into who they really are. And because, dude, like, everything on camera, everyone's aware that you're on camera, right? And so you're going to do what you need to do. Also, most celebrities, you don't get to see them interact with their wife, their husband, their mom, dad, brother. You don't get to see that. And that's where you a lot of times can see what's inside of a person. Okay. Anybody can put on a face and be like, I am just ecstatic to be here, love this guy, and like, so you don't really know who any of these people are. That's why, especially like in Hollywood with like actors and actresses, these stories will come out and they're like, man, that guy's a real piece of shit on set. Like he's such a prick, such an asshole. People are like, damn, man, really? And it's like, yeah, man, he's so mean to staff. Ellen DeGeneres. Everyone's like, oh my God, I love Ellen DeGeneres. And it turns out she's just like some complete and total psychopath behind closed doors. And it takes how many years for you to see that? Logan his brother is so famous and he's so famous that you get to see exactly what he's like, dude. Like, do I think Logan's a fun guy to hang out with? I'm sure he is, dude. I would imagine even without $1 billion in his pocket, he's probably like a fun dude to kick it with and have some drinks and chase girls around. Okay. But that's like, you know, there's like, do you like hanging out with a person? And then there's like, is this like a good person that you respect? And like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, hey, do you respect that guy? Jesse, do you respect that guy? I'm saying like, you know, pick a person. And it's just somebody who I've gone to Vegas with and I drink and we chase girls around together when we were younger or played blackjack. They're like, do you respect that guy? I'd be like, I mean, yeah. Because my answer would be like, I don't have enough information to answer that. Respect is not like you don't just like, you can, I mean, it's easy to like people. You know, it's easy to like people. But it's like, do you respect them as a person? You need more information. You know what I mean? Like, if I didn't know any of this stuff about Logan, I'd be like, I respect his hustle for sure. Like, only a person who grinds can accomplish what he's done. But respect is earned through how people interact with their family, their friends. You know, do like Dustin Poirier? I just talked about this, dude. We're like Dustin Poirier. I've never seen him interact with his mom. I've never seen him interact with his dad. I don't even know what his parents' situation is, but I do know enough to know that this guy grinds in the gym, that he is a person who's unbreakable in the octagon, which again, I respect the fighter side, but he's also married, kids. His family seems to be his entire focus. And what does he do with his free time and extra money? He works, he focuses on his fucking charity. And you're like, yeah, I respect him a lot. You know what I mean? I respect that guy a lot. Can you imagine someone like Dustin Poirier's brother, younger brother, you know, like booked a fight like this, and then Poirier came out, he's all, dude, the guy he's fighting is old, he's senile, it's insane, dude. Like, he's too old. Yeah, I mean, I obviously could beat him, but he's too old, he's senile. Like, you would just be like, what the fuck just happened? Why on earth would Dustin Poirier say that? You know what I mean? With Logan Paul, it's like, people, like, that's Oh, by the way, all the rules that are floating around about this fight are not true. I talked to people at MVP this morning. Like, I was just like, dude, is this shit, like the headgear and all that stuff? He's like, it's complete bullshit. It's not true. But like, you know, I'll give you another example. Perfect. So did you guys see the clip of when Jake, actually, let me see if I can find it, where Jake Paul told Logan about the fight. Hang on. Let's see if I can find it. I don't know. There's a clip. Oh, wait, this might be it. Okay, yeah, I think this is it. Let me just double check. Oh, actually, never mind. I might get copywritten. But like, anyway, whatever. There's a clip of Jake Paul telling Logan and Nina that he's fighting Tyson. And so you get to kind of see, like, you know, you see them hanging out in, you know, it's outdoors. Here it is. So it's like, there you go. All right. Oops. So in this clip, you can see it on Jake Paul's on his channel or whatever. You can go check it out. It's at timestamp 3 minutes and 13 seconds on Jake Paul's I'm Fighting Mike Tyson. So like he tells them that he's fighting Tyson, and both Nina and Logan are like, oh my God. And Nina's like, oh my God, it's crazy. La 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 la. They're like, awesome, man. And why am I bringing that up? Because I'm looking at them. They're like by the pool. They're in Puerto Rico. They're in paradise. They're having a good time. They just had a nice swim. And I'm like, you guys are still going through with this lawsuit on Dylan Dennis? Like this shit has been over for months. You're still moving forward with this lawsuit to bankrupt this guy? Because they are. They are. They haven't dropped the lawsuit. It's like, what kind of fucking lunatic would have not, like, who would still be pushing forward with this lawsuit to bankrupt Dillon Danis now? Like, exactly what all of us said while it was happening was like, dude, this is just, he's just promoting a fight. You don't like how he promoted the fight? Cool, beat him up. And exactly what we said happened. As soon as it was over, no one gives a shit. No one cares, dude. It was like one internet cycle of virality. And they're still pushing forward to bankrupt this guy. These vindictive, pathetic psychos. Chilling by the pool, having a good time. Dillon, brand new father, having to spend all his money on lawyers to defend against this fucking bullshit because his fucking Logan's fiance, you know what I mean? Unless the valuetainment guy is lying, I'm not even talking about the pictures. He's like, oh yeah, me and 3 of my boys all smashed. You're all, well, I mean, more power to her. I don't care. But, don't pretend you've only been with 4 guys. Oh, so those are the only 4? Oh, wait, what about Leo? And, you know what I mean? Fucking piece of shit, dude. But, again, I'm glad that this stuff happens, though, because it enables me to, like I really do not like talking shit about people unless I really feel like they earned it, right? Like, again, in this video that's dropping in 5 minutes, that one, Fabia, earned it at half the price. If he literally only did like a 1/10 of what's in that video, he still would have earned the absolute shellacking that I feed him in this video, which now drops in 6 minutes. But in this case, like, Jake and Logan are brothers. And again, like, I like that this kind of shit happens because I'm like, these 2 people are completely different people to me. They're brothers, but like, I've never seen Jake do anything that I didn't like. I respect his work ethic, respect all the things that he's done. And Logan just is like, he's just a completely different person. Logan ain't Jake, dude. Jake ain't Logan. And I just really want to reiterate this. Mike Tyson would decapitate Logan Paul. Decapitate. You couldn't knock out Floyd Mayweather, who's 130 pounds. Mike Tyson is an additional 100 pounds of absolute solid brick muscle. Okay. You've never knocked anyone out. I don't think that Logan's ever knocked anyone down. How on earth are you going to beat Mike Tyson, dude? You think suddenly your power is going to transfer to like all of a sudden you have knockout power? Because Tyson for sure still has knockout power. It's absurd. I just can't, dude. I just can't, dude. And again, to anybody who's new, two things. A, watch this video when it drops in 3 minutes, and it's going to blow your mind. And then B, just reiterate why we're talking about this. Logan Paul says, I said no to fighting Mike Tyson. I was offered it, but not on Netflix and not for a big ass bag. I've been asked, do you think you could beat Mike Tyson? My answer is yes. I just think he's too old. It's crazy. He's senile. So Logan Paul jumps on the bandwagon, hating on the biggest fight and deal that his little brother has ever had in both categories. Jake Paul did the Netflix deal. Jake Paul got the Mike Tyson fight, which is going to be an enormous bag, an enormous event. I don't care what anybody says. You guys can all say, like, or not you guys, but like, the wider you guys, not you guys, but the wider you guys can all say, like, oh my God, he's just going to dirt nap Mike Tyson. It is pure ignorance. People who say that, pure ignorance. Now, it doesn't mean he's not going to knock him out. But anybody who thinks that this is like just a foregone conclusion that Jake Paul's going to knock Mike Tyson out doesn't know anything about anything, dude. Mike Tyson's impossible to hit. But for Logan to jump on the bandwagon, hating on this fight like all the plebes, is unforgivable, dude. You're his older brother. You're supposed to be the exact opposite of that. You're supposed to be the one that's overselling it, like I would for my little brother. Fucking pathetic, dude. Nola Grizz, what's up, Aaron? How are you, sir? JOF, best sports media culture broadcaster on the planet. Coolest guy you'll ever meet. They don't say meet your heroes. JOF debunks that hands down. I appreciate you, dude. Aaron came with us to the Nate Diaz fight with Jake Paul, and we had a blast. He's a big boy. Fuck you up, dude. We had an ill-ass crew for that fight, dude. We had an ill-ass crew. We actually met Jake Paul's bodyguard was at our thing the first night. He is fucking huge. Aaron, how big is that dude? How big is Jake Paul's bodyguard? The guy is fucking enormous, dude. He's got to be like 6'5" low side. And I don't even know. Like, he's a Mack truck, dude. This dude is absolutely enormous. Dallas Winston, is that his name? Let me double check. Hang on. No. Unless that's no, I don't know. I don't know if that's what you were referencing. All right, guys. The Josh Fabia video, this one right here. This is going to drop in through like 20 seconds. And the second it does, I am going to sign off this, and you guys should go watch that, because I'm telling you right now, it's going to open. First thing you're going to see is hidden camera of Diego getting extorted for $100,000 right now. Go watch it. I love you guys. Give it a run. Oh shit. Look at that. Never mind. We got 2 minutes. So, but yeah, dude, it is going to melt your brain. Go check that out. Love you guys. I'll be at the pool, but I'm going to watch my premiere too. I've never done a premiere. Anyway, love you guys.